Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Maggie. And we are super excited to introduce to you our new podcast, Friends on Fire. We wanted to take a couple minutes just to introduce ourselves and talk to you about our podcast.
We decided to do this podcast because we are friends, we're like-minded, and we like talking about money. And we believe that when you talk about money with your friends and family, it opens the door to financial well-being.
This podcast, Friends on Fire, is all about dispelling myths, building financial acumen, and sharing your financial independence journey with the people you care about.
So tell me about yourself, Maggie.
I was born and raised in Atlanta. I am 39 years old. It's a big year for me because I turned 40 this year. I still live in Atlanta, Georgia with my awesome husband and 3 amazing daughters. We are a blended family. Both of us are previously divorced and quite thankful to have found each other and created this family together. Professionally, I work for a large, complex global company in digital marketing. I lead a large team, and I spend a lot of my time leading and managing people, solving complex problems, and trying to improve our marketing efforts.
Well, hopefully we can talk about more than just your resume. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself personally?
Sure. I am obsessed with all things minimalism, simple living, productivity, all things related to that. I'm super passionate about Buddhism, meditation, the environment, eating plant-based, the outdoors, running, travel.
We got to wrap this up, Maggie.
I'm passionate about a lot of things. I also love reading and listening to books, listening to podcasts. That's one of the reasons I'm super excited that we're doing this podcast, because I am such an avid listener to podcasts. And ultimately, my desire in life is to someday live in a tiny house. I got simple dreams, Mike. I've also recently started a passion project called Mostly Minimal Life, which is a blog and coaching business focused on finding happiness through leading a more minimal life. You can check it out at mostly.minimal.life. So what about you, Mike?
I'm 37. I'm originally from St. Louis, and after some time after college, I met an international student from Germany in graduate school, and now we have 2 beautiful and energetic little girls, and we've been living in Atlanta for 10 years now. Professionally, I work at the same company as Maggie, and I'm in corporate finance, which pairs well with my lifelong passion. My days are a mix of Excel work and telling people that they can't have more money, including Maggie and her entire team.
You're very good at your job. Yep.
I used to work in television and still love videography, although my projects now are just epic travel videos of my kids. Like Maggie, I love travel, DIY projects, building model airplanes.
Hold on. I had no idea that you build model airplanes. That's super nerdy.
That's fair. I will then omit the rest of my nerdy hobbies in this podcast. I'll just say that I enjoy learning new skills and generally improving as a person each day. And when I'm stressed at work, I fantasize about leaving it all behind and homesteading in Alaska.
Nice. In a tiny house?
No, in a regular size house.
Okay.
I've been on the FIRE journey since I was a teenager. My parents retired very early, and that's always been in my blood.
I think you might be the first person, at least that I know, that has been on this journey since they were a teenager. Pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. I'm the author of the book, Your New Relationship with Money, Mastering Money, Growing Wealth, and Finding Freedom in a Culture Trying to Make You Broke. You can find it on Amazon. It's been described as life-changing in some reviews.
That was my review, to be clear. But it was a great book. Highly recommend it.
And I appreciate you leaving that review for me. So what are we doing here, Maggie?
That's a great question, Mike. We want to share our passion for financial independence with all of you. We have a super exciting lineup of topics to discuss, and we've got a lot of really interesting interviews lined up also, and we can't wait to share all of that with you. We're aiming to share a new episode every week, so we'll see if we can keep that up.
I'm super excited to be doing this podcast with you, Maggie.
Me too, Mike. I'm super excited. This whole idea happened very quickly, and once we got the idea, we just started running with it quickly, got a lot of momentum built up on it, and started making things happen. And we're super excited to be sharing this with you. Our first episode launches January 1st, so please tune in and listen, and then we will post a new episode every week after that.
We've got a lot to share, and we hope you'll join us for this journey.
Okay, let's give a couple of quick closing updates. First off, we want to give a huge thanks to Clap for Daylight for our theme music. You can find them on iTunes or wherever you listen to music. Also, huge thanks to our sponsors. Wait a minute, I keep forgetting, Mike, we don't actually have any sponsors.
Maggie, your job was to go get the sponsors.
I know, I'm in charge of marketing, so I'm not doing such a great job so far. But If you'd like to sponsor us, please reach out. We'd love to have some sponsors. This show's going to be super awesome. You will not regret sponsoring us.
Since we don't have any sponsors, let's instead thank our spouses for supporting this crazy idea and allocating some time to let us focus on it.
You're totally right, Mike. I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to my husband, Greg. He's been super helpful, like watching all 5 of our kids for 4 hours while we started recording some episodes.
And just be clear, it was your 3 kids plus my 2 kids.
Yes.
You didn't mysteriously get 2 new kids.
Yeah, no, that was all of the kids combined. We loaded him with 5 girls under 11 for 4 hours. Very kind of him to help us out.
And I'd like to thank my wife, Britta, for letting me disappear for many hours to go record and plan and work on this podcast. We really appreciate your support.
Yes, thank you to both of you. Please subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Overcast, or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also give us a call at 404-981-3370 and leave us any fire or personal finance related question, comment, or tip, and we will definitely play it on the air. We would love to hear from you.
You can also find us at friendsonfire.org.
Just note that's .org, not .com.
Thank you. If you want to check out our latest episodes, sign up for email alerts, or just get in touch with us.
So that's a bit about us and what this podcast is all about. We look forward to sharing future episodes with you every week. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Maggie.
Bye.
Bye.